Howdy, Wolf here. Like I mentioned in the Valkyrie guide, half the comments on TikTok were about Follie, so it seems logical for me to talk about Follie next. And also as a stalling tactic, so I can get some meatless out of the nav coordinates, so we can talk about Mason next, even though I already have a script for Kavats already written. So let's talk about Follie. In large, she's a painter with some form of precognition, also known as future sight, and she would use this to paint hidden truths. The Orokin, or cruel masters as the letters put it, wanted to use her gift for their own gain, so they turned her into a warframe. In-game, she's the thickest and bustiest warframe to date, with the ability to summon almost anything you need, from keys for disruption to a thermal rocket launcher for sending a message. To get a handful of her plumpness, you need to complete the main story quest, Chains of Harrow. It's not scary. If you're a new Tenno hearing about Chains of Harrow, it's overhyped. It's not that scary. But once you do beat it, you can access to the Vesper Relay on Venus, which houses the game mode Follie's Hunt. The objective of Follie's Hunt is to fill 3 canvases while being chased by Follie, who gets stronger as you fill the canvases. Gain buffs like Polyopia that creates multiple clones of Follie that chase you, and honestly, pretty good. Very nice. I like that one, only because it's more Follie, and also, it's not that bad since you can actually shoot Follie to get her to go away for a bit. To fill the canvases, you need to bring paint to them. Paint can be found in decorative stands around the relay. They'll be in the same place every run, but not all of them will have paint. Once you find and touch the paint, you'll be forced into your drifter/operator and have your voice link disabled. Then you shrimply stand next to the canvas and it will automatically fill in. Yes, I said shrimply. I did not misspeak. Beating the mission may give you a Follie part, but what is guaranteed is 15 attramentum, 25 if you're on Steel Path. This is Follie's pity/mercy resource that can be traded with aspirant Zorba at any relay for any Follie part you may be missing, like her neuropsis system and chassis costing 400, and her main blueprint costing 1200. Attramentum is also obtained from popping the balloons in Follie's Hunt, which tell them to spawning after you place paint in the canvas. You don't need to complete the canvas to get them to spawn, and they can't be popped by warframe abilities. So I recommend that you play Follie's Hunt solo, since it only takes 2 paints to finish a canvas. And after you deposit the first paint, you go around the relay popping all the balloons. Then you fill the rest of the canvases, rinse and repeat until you have Follie or enough Attramentum to buy Follie's parts. Since I didn't steal a build for Follie, I have one for you, tossing it over to the cringe live commentary version of myself. Howdy, live commentary Wolf here. And yes, I have a Follie build for you. But before we do that, let's talk about her abilities. I forgot to spawn dudes again. That's my bad. I'm gonna sneak over to the console here. There we go. But before we hurt them, spiritually and emotionally, let's talk about her 1. First, let's get some energy. There we go. Her 1 is a teleport. You aim, you click, you go. It cleanses all status elements, hello AC, and gives you brief invincibility, and if you hold it, you get a little marker. And releasing, teleports to the marker, give you that status element cleanse and invulnerability. Next is her 2. Like I mentioned before, you can use it to spawn. Conduit keys. And a thermal rocket launcher. Neat thing about the stuff you spawn is that they scale to the level's level, meaning they have almost infinite scaling for damage. Here, let's put down a Shiloh arc trap. Oh, you're gone. Oh, you're gone. There we go. These Shiloh arc traps can rip apart enemies. And also, they won't stick around forever. They will despawn. And I do believe that's based off of your duration. Let's go over here, because I want to show you something kind of neat. Because if you spawn in Goldra Decadence, look, the strongest unit in the game, That's also an Xmas. 1, 2, 3. This is the beefiest motherfucker in the game. It takes 3 arc traps. Hell, these only took 2 to take them down. Okay, gotta wait for those to disappear before we talk about number 3, or third ability. As we wait for those to despawn, you also can spawn a barrel that has the same scaling. Ampors that think of the same scaling. I haven't really checked. I only threw them at alchemy targets. The fucking big old ball flask thing. Oh, that's not 2, that's W. And organ death spheres. Also, we have this. But that's probably to slow stuff down. This cold procs and shit. What's the Archon mod for cold? I need to look at that. This could be used for something interesting. But I see those are gone. Death sphere is gonna go. And now. And this will disappear. Nope. This also happened to the Thermio rocket launcher. Here, let's hold it for a bit. And it will disappear on us. Kill him. Totally not an excuse to see Follie do that. Totally not. Alright, let's spawn some more dudes and talk about our 3. That's... Fuck it. Follie's 3 is self-portrait, also known as ink effigy. You spawn her. Usually she's smaller, but as you get kills around her, she normally when she's your height, you get kills around her, the ink pool increases or gets wider, she gets bigger, and your damage reduction bonus gets larger. Right now, we're running enough energy to get to the 90% cap, and also, even when recasting her, or recasting a 3, you will move the ink effigy. Now, let's spawn some normal people. Clear normal people. Bloop. And they're being torn apart by the fucking arc traps. Let's just death, clear. There we go. Now let's talk about her 4. Balloons. Balloons add also an armor strip. And once again, we're rocking enough energy enough strength to make it a full strip. Oh yeah, when I run, actually, no, I think, I don't know why they started doing that. Maybe it was the arc trap. But yeah, the balloons will pop after a moment, they'll fall. And I'm pretty sure they'll keep, yeah, they keep the armor strip, which is nice. Alright, now that we went over our abilities, let's talk about Le build. The Le Follie build. We have a yellow Archon shard for casting speed because I like casting. It's very nice on Follie. Not needed, but it's very nice. You're running Barrier, Brief Respite, and the 2 Archon mods for, of course, shield regeneration when we cast. Well, not really Barrier. Barrier's there in case we get punched. And this is where the chance when we get punched, shields just come back automatically. Of course, Archon Stretch and Arcane Energize are there for energy economy. Everything else is just you see it's for strength, blind rage, intensify for strength, so we get the full strip and the cap on our damage reduction. Overextended is here. I'll be for real with you. I don't know why it's here, but I like that it's here.
You are freaking African Americans plus Mark. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm rocking with Mark because Mark is rocking with us.
And of course, streamline to kind of offset that, but not too much. Because I still want to have somewhat expensive abilities so Brief Respite can pop our shields back up. Oh, okay. Neat. No. Okay, that's neat. They just drop and spread damage around. But I'm not going to do that. But yeah, here's the Follie build. And with that being said and shown, good luck. Oh, one more thing. If you toggle crouch and use an emote, yellow angle on it. I think it's pretty neat. You also can switch emotes from the gear wheel. Don't have to on keybind. But with that, good luck and have fun, Tenno!